So obviously good to get a win today, but I think even better to see was how committed our guys were to playing the right way and the way that we need to play to be our best, and so especially on the offensive end. And we really felt like coming into the season that the real strength of this team could be that there isn't one single guy that we have to have a great night to be good. That we've got a lot of guys that collectively could step up and have a big night, and it might be somebody else's night, different, depending on the game. And so to see the contributions that we had across the board today was really good. And, especially guys like LJ Wells, Randall Pettis, because again, coming into the season, those are two guys we feel like, man, those are guys that can start and play in a lot of places in our league and be capable of having, double-figure nights and really impact winning. And I thought both those guys did that tonight. It's good to see Sam continue to build some confidence and consistency. He was ultra efficient tonight. And, it's really interesting, even though we have not been good offensively in terms of putting points on the board, we've been great at assisting. 30 baskets tonight, 24 of them are assisted. We were ranked nationally, I think, top 50 in that right now. And so when we're trying to play the right way, it was good to see some go in the right way, get out, transition, and score the basketball the way we need to in order to be our best. And then defensively, though, we've been pretty solid. We really felt like we haven't been as aggressive as we want to be, the way we want to play. And to get 20 steals was fantastic. So we're really a lot of good things to take away from today's game, and something that hopefully we can build on with, and get right back into the brutal schedule stuff where you go on the road to play at Charleston next week.
Coach, Mark Miller had 15 in the first half. You were able to keep it cool off in the second half, filling Gord. What was kind of the game plan at halftime conversation?
Yeah, honestly, the same as it was before the game. This is a team that shot 53s, 52, I think it was, in the game before they played us, and made 25 of them. So, they're going to take a lot, and you're trying to limit as many as possible, especially for him. He's a really dynamic shooter and scorer. And very similar to the Cincinnati game, I just thought there were a few in the first half where we were on our heels a little bit with him and did a much better job in the second half of being what we call on edge to know where he is, and they try to take him away as much as possible.
Coach LJ Wells had nearly a triple-double, so can you just talk about the impact that he had?
Yeah, no, it was great to see LJ play like that. He's a guy that we feel like is capable of playing like that. And every night that we play, he can score the basketball. He's got some field pass and make decisions and make plays. He can rebound the basketball. We've been challenging him to be much better defensively. But you look at his stat line, and very similar to Sam Vincent, right? He's a guy that when he plays well, can impact the game in a lot of different ways and really impact winning. And so it was really good to see him get on track tonight, play the way he did.
Simon, when you've got 8 first half threes, you kind of talked about that York State is a team that can shoot the lights out from downtown. Was that something you were kind of hoping to get started early on? Was it more so you had the opportunities to hit the shot?
Yeah, I think our guys did a good job of not only executing, but being aggressive and looking to shoot. We've had a hard time, and it seems like in these first few games of stepping in and taking ones maybe we should take, and then passing on ones that we need to take. And I just thought there was a lot of confidence, and then we got shots within the offense, and guys stepped in with great confidence and then knocked them down. And again, to have 6 different guys make one, and 4 of those guys make more than one, that's we think we're capable of shooting like that a lot of nights. And so it's good to see us get on track like that. Hopefully something we can build on.
And I know you've been looking for a big defensive game competitive, so I feel like you had it today with 6 steals. So can you just talk about what you saw different from him tonight?
Yeah, I think, Randall's one of the guys we've really been challenging to play the game the right way because, everybody wants to score, right? And you look around the country right now and listen to coaches talk, and, guys are really worried about if they're scoring the basketball. And, the thing about scoring is I've never met a coach that tells anybody not to score. It makes the game a lot easier. And the goal is, at the end of the day, not to stop them more, but to get more points than they do, right? And so, Randall's a guy that can really score the ball. That's not ever a concern for him. Where we've been challenging Randall is, can you impact winning in other ways? Because you actually have the ability to be a guy that can make plays for others. You have the ability to rebound the basketball because, you're a good athlete and you're strong. You have the ability to become an elite defender that really creates a lot of havoc for the other team. And so him scoring is great. You know, we know he can do that. I think the fact that he had 6 assists and, more importantly, only 1 turnover and had the 6 steals speaks to that he was focused on playing the right way today and really impacted winning.
That would be
all his rep was 6 points, 6 rebounds, 4 block shots. How big of a game changer could he be on both the offense and defense?
Well, yeah, you know, we encourage him. You know, not many people here today, you probably heard every word I said. You know, a lot of times we just tell him to play big because he is big. You know, what does that mean? It means, you know, stay down. It means pull your hands back and not foul. Don't reach for the basketball. You know, use your body on the glass on both ends. And you know, I think just by the sheer fact of his size, he's got really good hands. You know, he's able to impact the game that way. And he grabbed a few tonight and finished a few at the rim. And so, you know, he's a guy that we're really excited about, that we think he can continue to develop and impact winning this year.
Truist, that alley-oop, I mean, that's obviously a really fun play to watch as a fan. And then watching it, I'm sure, as the coach, it's even better. But what about personally, you know, watching Sam show off that bounce again after such a big injury? What did that kind of be to you?
Well, I mean, for me, it was good because I think it helps him feel like, you know, he's really back. You know, we've known that he has been, right? You know, physically, you know, there's too much science. You got great medical staff, you know, in terms of how it's measured. We know that he has physically, but there is a process, as we've talked about, with you can be fully healed, but getting back to feeling like you're yourself on the court, you know, which means a lot of things, right? Not just physically and how you play, but, you know, your rhythm, confidence, and some of those things. And, you know, I think it's just another one of those plays to stack on for him that says, now you are really back, and so it's good to see him smile afterwards. You know, I mean, we got a really interesting team. They're great kids. They work really hard. They do anything we ask them to do. But on game night, getting them to play with a little bit more emotion and energy and fire is something that has been a real battle for us. And so to see him smile after that was great. We need a little bit more of that.
Coach, going back to LJ Wells, he had this performance coming off being inserted into the starting lineup. So do you think that's something else you all look at as a possibility for the future?
Yeah, definitely. You know, my original plan was to maybe go back to try and trade LJ in together, just because, you know, it makes us a little bigger and it creates a few odd issues for us offensively. But you know, I had to sit train and start the game for some discipline reasons, and so, you know, hopefully that's something that LJ can continue to do. And, you know, but again, we've got to find a way to make sure the guys play well, regardless of whether they're starting or not starting, but impacting the game in the way that they're capable of from start to finish in a way that again, gives us a big chance to win, which was good to see tonight.
Got to see Dame Perez a little more aggressive than he has been thus far in his NKU career in the first half. But what are you looking for out of him? More of the same type of play he had the first half?
Yeah, I think what you saw from Dan tonight was actually building a little bit on what we saw against Cincinnati, right? We felt like he was much more aggressive, especially on the offensive end. You know, Dan's a really gifted athlete and a playmaker, and has the ability to score the ball, create for himself a little bit. And so taking him off the point and giving him a chance to not have to worry about the responsibilities that come with that, you know, seems to have kind of freed him up a little bit to just go make some plays. And, we thought he started to do that against Cincinnati, so to see him build on that in today's game and continue to go make some plays and do some good things. Again, got to get him up to the level and standard that we have for how hard we play and compete on the defensive end and some physical things. But good to see him offensively be aggressive tonight and go make some plays for sure.